Shalom. First, I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakahakadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone from whom I learned this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 elect. Ayamayakala. And I think I'm going to call the name of this one Strength and Weakness. And I'll tell you what brought that to mind was that getting up going to work this morning, I was just really feeling fatigued. You know, you get kind of tired of going through the same routine, and I just happen to have a job that's very physical, and it just seems like every single day it's like it's more and more and more, and it's just you have to keep going. You pray as soon as you get up, as soon as your feet touch the floor, you pray to the Lord that He allow you to keep going and keep going on, because we have to be able to navigate this planet, and to be able to navigate on this earth we need money, so we have to get up and go to work. But I just wanted to look up this word fatigue. It says feeling overtired with low energy and a strong desire to sleep that interferes with normal daily activities. And that's just what I was kind of feeling, just feeling kind of fatigued, even though I did get a proper amount of sleep. Still just wake up and this particular morning I was just feeling kind of fatigued, like I really wanted to just call in and even not go in. But like I said, I stood up on my feet and prayed, and the Lord allowed me to go out and carry out my day and do what's expected of me. But the reason I was really thinking about it is because I had taken a few days off of work last week. And when I came back to work this week, my supervisor came up to me and he was kind of in a jokingly manner, like, man, you better not ever take no more days off, because it took a couple people to do what you do every day. So I kind of chuckled at it and just kept on going. But when I kind of sat back and thought about it, I was like, well, if it took a couple people to do what I'm doing every day, don't you think maybe, do you ever stop to think maybe I'm being overworked and I'm pushing myself and just in an effort to hustle, because I do have a good work ethic and I want to complete the task at hand. But still, if it's taking a couple people to do what I do daily, that should tell you something, because sometimes I look around and it is a certain group of people that I see that they're just not working hard. They don't work hard. But since I've been introduced to the work world, that's what I do. I'll go in and I work hard, and I try to get the job done. But you can clearly see that there's a group of people, and you probably know the people that I'm talking about. You look around, they just laughing and joking and having a good time and not working hard. And I'm like, damn, I don't have time to even laugh and joke. I mean, not that I really even interact with anybody at my job, but that's exactly what it feels like. It feels like just being on a plantation, just working hard, not time to really just, like I said, to be able to converse with somebody and kind of stand around and joke because you have a moment to take a break. It's not like that for us. It seems like, as I look around, the people, and even though they don't know they're Israelites, but the people who appear to be Israelites at my job, they're working diligently, working hard. But it's another group of people who just don't work hard, and it's not expected for them to work hard. It seems like they get positions where it's cushy and comfortable, and it's kind of frustrating, because that's how this world is. A certain group of people just don't work hard. They're not expected to work hard. And it just made me realize that this world is just geared for a certain group of people, so that they can just be relaxed. And even if they do have to work a job every day, they don't work hard like others work hard. But I want to go to Isaiah book of Isaiah, chapter 41 and verse 10. And this won't be very long because I just had a couple precepts that I wanted to bring out, because like I said, it was just on my mind. And it says, "Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee, yea, I will uphold thee in the right hand of my righteousness." And I brought that verse out, and that verse came to mind because I was just being thankful that we have this knowledge. We have the apostles and elders and bishops that of GMS that bring us this knowledge and bring us this teachings from the scriptures. And a lot of people don't have this. They don't have what we have in this. I was thinking how to just Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is our strength. He is what allows us to keep going. The knowledge of this word and how to navigate this planet and how to go throughout our day, because it's not going to always be this way. We can see right now that Esau's kingdom is coming to an end because they're starting to suffer out as well. But at the same time, like I said, you still see a certain group that they just don't work hard, because that's not what they do. They don't work hard. They never had to. And I was just being thankful, like I said, being thankful to the apostles, the elder apostles and bishops and the elders of Great Millstone, because they not only bring out these lessons to teach us the word and teach us the scriptures, teach us this truth, this 100% truth, which helps us be able to know how to get along and how to navigate this planet. But they also bring out lessons that show us how to eat properly, how to exercise, and how to make sure that we keep our bodies in the best possible condition that we can, because we know that we have to be ready for the pressures and the things that this world bring on. So you have to be, and even though all this food is defiled, they try to stress how you should eat the best, or the best of the worst, I think is how they phrase it. And you gotta try to exercise and take care of yourself and get the proper amount of sleep, because you know what's expected of you when you go into these jobs. Esau don't give a damn what the workload is. He wants you to do it, and that's what's expected of us. And I just praise and say Tawada. Tawada means thank you in the Hebrew, to the Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, who teach us this truth and teach us how to be men and how to navigate this planet, so that we can keep going on from day to day until that day of the Lord comes, and be ready. Like I said, I don't have a lot. I just wanted to bring out a couple verses. I just have one or two more that I wanted to bring out. Not only just being ready how to navigate this planet so that we can be able to work and take care of ourselves, but there's also strength in the men of Great Millstone, because they teach this knowledge, they teach this 100% truth, and they go out on the highways and byways and they confound scholars. They confound these guys who go to these seminaries and learn, or who are supposed scholars on this word, but really don't have an understanding of this word. And it's men of GMS who go out and have 100% truth and understanding of this word, and they teach it on the highways and byways. And because they are not learned men, so as this world sees learned men, they're discredited, and people don't believe them. People want to challenge them and don't understand the man that they're dealing with. These men are great men who have 100% truth. I just want to go over to 1 Corinthians 1 and 27. And it says, but the Most High hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And when it says foolish here, like I was just saying, these men of GMS, of Great Millstone, are not men who have gone and are not men who have gone to seminaries, are not men recognized as scholars, but yet and still being taught by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, who put the spirit on the great men, the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone to teach us this 100% truth. These men, even though they haven't gone to your seminaries and taken the worldly ways to get accreditation as that this world would award them, these men have the 100% truth. And these men, even looked at by their families, like they confound their families, they confound the scholars, they confound the ones who've gone to these seminaries to learn this word, because the people look at them and wonder, where did they get all this knowledge? Where did they get all this wisdom and understanding of the truth of the scriptures? It says, but the Most High hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And that's exactly what they do. They confound the wise. They confound these scholars. And the Most High have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. So I'm going to read that in the NLT. It says, instead, the Most High chose things the world considers foolish in order to shame those who think they are wise. And he chose things that are powerless to shame those who are powerful. So when I was kind of thinking about, how my supervisor was telling me it took a couple people to do the job that I do, I know they wonder and look at me, how does he do this every day? Just as the men of Great Millstone, when they're out on the highways and byways teaching this 100% truth, people walk by, some people even stop and listen, but I know they just are confounded and wonder, how did these men get this understanding, and why is it that they believe they have 100% truth? Because the Spirit brought it to this men. The Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai brought this knowledge to these men, and they confound the wise. And so that's what I was getting. That's what made me want to just name this strength and weakness, because even though we appear to be weak, or we appear to be lowly, we have the strength because we have that knowledge, we have that understanding given by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, how to navigate this planet, how to carry on and keep going on. And the men of Great Millstone bring out this 100% truth. And I just want to say the water for these men for giving and being able to put these lessons out on YouTube, where we can go and we can learn and get this information on how to navigate this planet and how to keep going on from day to day, so that those times when we wake up in the morning and feeling like, can I do this today? We know to pray to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, that he keep us going, keep us healthy, and keep us able to go on into the day of the Lord, because it won't be long. Because there's a lot going on in this world right now, and we can see these things are breaking down, and our kingdom is just about here. Our kingdom is just about to come. So I just wanted to bring this out to encourage the listeners, those who might listen to this, just to encourage them when those times you're feeling that fatigue and you're feeling like, I just want to just say, forget it, that you don't, that you pray, that you just keep going, because the day of the Lord is close at hand. All right, and I just have one more verse that I wanted to bring out, and that'll be the end. And I'm going to go over to 2 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, therefore I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distresses for Mashiach's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong. So even though people want to look at the men of Great Millstone being and wondering, without them going to the seminaries and going to college to be to learn these scriptures, I wanted to just bring this verse out to encourage these men to go on and persevere and continue to stay out on the highways and the byways and teach this word. And just as I also wanted to encourage us in our daily lives to go out and continue to move on, even though we're feeling aches and pains, even though we're feeling fatigues, even though we're feeling like you work out and you try to work hard to eat the right things, and you look up and you find out there's some ingredient in your food that you don't even know what it is. You know, you got to just keep being diligent and do your research on what it is that you're consuming and putting in your bodies, the amount of exercise, the amount of sleep that you're getting. And when you're feeling those infirmities, pray to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai that you're able to keep going and keep moving. But I'm going to go ahead and cut that there. I think I pray that this has been edifying to the listener. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKadosh. Shalom.